In a significant move to address the concerns of private school owners in Edo State, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Emmanuel Padi Iyamu, alongside officials from the Edo State Internal Revenue Service, met with members of the Coalition of Association of Private School Owners. The meeting followed an earlier engagement held over the weekend, during which Dr. Iyamu assured the association that their concern over increased taxation would be addressed, reflecting his commitment to ongoing education reforms and inclusive dialogue. The chairman of EIRS, who was represented by the Executive Director of Income Taxes, Honorable Ahime Patrick Idiake, announced that private schools will now be allowed to pay 10% of the tax rate and be permitted to proceed with the registration of students for the upcoming Basic Education Certificate Examination and Junior WAEC, while maintaining a firm stance against illegal cash collections.
Well, I want to tell you as a service, we are not averse to complaints. The taxes we are talking about now is not, it's personal income tax. It's not association tax, even when you are come as a body. And we're going to, on merit, look at cases where I'm not looking for the small players. Let the masquerades come out. You understand what I'm saying? For the small schools, if we've looked at it and you bring your records, and we've looked at your records, your statement, bank statements, we will not tax poverty. The president of this country is adverse to taxing poverty.
The only agency that is saddled with the responsibility of collecting revenue in Edo State is Edo State Internal Revenue Service. If there's any ministry that comes to you and say, give me cash, please don't pay them. We have zero tolerance to cash collections. You are hearing this and it's the truth. In Edo State, so anybody that comes to you say, bring me 40,000 cash is fraudulent as a service. Any ministry or any agency that does that, let us know.
The Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Emmanuel Padi Iyamu, described the decision as part of Governor Monday Okpebholo's inclusive and responsive leadership style, reiterated the government's commitment to creating an enabling environment for educational institutions to strive.
We made it clear that His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo and his lieutenants are ready to provide succor to all Edolites. We're ready to support businesses, and we're not here to close down businesses. We made it clear also that it's your duty as responsible citizens to pay taxes, and which the ED also reiterated. So we want you to go back and tell your other members of the association that Senator Monday cares for their businesses, and we are taking decisive steps to ensure that you survive while you pay taxes. There will be no tax evasion from anybody.
The leaders of CAPS expressed joy over the resolution, thanking Governor Okpebholo, Dr. Emmanuel Padi Iyamu, and the EIRS for listening to their concerns and acting swiftly. They described the resolution as a relief to many struggling private schools. They, however, pledged their readiness to support the state government by ensuring timely and lawful payment of taxes going forward.
Schools should go ahead, make the 10% payments. After the 10%, come forward with evidence of the payment and evidence that that 10% was actually X%, where X becomes a figure found after assessment. And it will be reviewed with no sanction of having defaulted in the timeline. Thank you so much for that. That's first. And secondly, that enrollments for BSc and MBA is no longer tied to tax plans just for this year, to enable students to have access to basic education.
Only for this year?
Yeah, for this year. Thank you so much, sir. And that, thirdly, that schools who have any grievances will have the doors open to come forward for these issues to be resolved. These are the major issues that brought us here, and we are pleased to hear that the administration has graciously looked into them.
In Benin City, Faith Dibia, reporting for Afema Reporters TV.